Hey up YouTubers, Simon B here. Welcome back to the channel. We're all keeping safe out there. Well, Sunday morning, squeaky boots, only one thing, off-road time again. Here, have a look at this, look at this. Now that up there in them clouds that you probably can't see, that's a Lake District. Across there, not that way, Morecambe Bay. And probably that way across there, is the Irish Sea. Yeah, just outside the top end of Ulverston. And as some of you might be aware, Epic Motorcycles have bought a couple of new bikes. And I thought to myself, this could be the ideal, the bestest starter off-road bike that you could buy yourself. This is
like and subscribe.
the GPX FSE 300. And I'm going to tell you why it could be, possibly, probably, could be your first dirt bike. Because this little thing probably could do everything that you need it to do. I'm not going to go through the specs of this bike because I've put the link in the description down below of exactly everything what it's like about it. But the thing about it is that it's reasonably priced. It's got a great 4-stroke 300 engine, which is very, very similar to a motorcycle that a lot of people have out there and find it a little bit too heavy and everything's not very good on it. It's based on a Honda 300 engine. So it's a 4-stroke double overhead cam. It's not a complete out and out race machine, but this thing will do everything that you need it to. And the advantage of it is, one of the good things is that it only weighs just over, 110 kilo, which is going to be 40 kilo lighter than anything else that's on the market. As the usual with the GPX, it comes with stainless steel spokes, Garda standard billet hubs, Brembo copy brakes, fully adjustable compression and rebound fork, 9.5 litre tank, 200 mile. Same again on the back, stainless steel spoke, billet hub, shock on the back is fully adjustable and it has the linkage on it. And the good thing about this beauty is that you can reduce the seat height by 40 millimeters. 40 mil! See that bolt there? It's on its lowest setting now. Take that bolt out, stick it in there, raise it by 40 mil. Take it out of that one, put it in that one where it's at, and reduce it by 40 mil. Absolutely brilliant. So there's a lot of people out there that are sort of like vertically challenged. The thing about when people say about these bikes and how tall they are, I couldn't care how tall you are. What I want to know is, what's your inside leg? The thing about it is, us bloke usually have short legs but long bodies. Women have long legs and short bodies. When you listen to people saying, I'm 5'9", I don't care how what you are. What's your inside leg measurement? I'm a 32 inside leg and I can fit on this bike flat-footed. When it was on the highest setting with a sag on it, I haven't set the sag on this, we haven't set the sag on this bike yet. I was sort of tiptoes on it and it probably could have done a little bit more off the back end, so it wasn't that bad. But when it's on its lower setting, 40 mil difference, it's going to save you money. You don't have to spend £65 on a lowering link. It's already on the bike. 3,000 mile service intervals. Now 3,000 miles, you think, oh, that's not much. Some of you people out there have probably got a main bike and probably don't even do that on the road. So let's be serious here. 3,000 miles on this is 2 years to a normal person, I would say. I've had my 300 2-stroke now since the 19th of December last year. I've done 1,200 mile on it and I've been out nearly every other weekend on it. So let's be serious. 3,000 miles, it's going to be every 2 years. But for the cost of it, for 1.7 litres of oil and a filter, you might as well do it every year. We'll get on it, we're going to have a run up the Slate Road. that people would say that it's not legal, but it is legal. We'll see what the little thing can do, because I've only rode one of them once, and we're going to see what it does off-road. All right, see you in a bit. So yeah, ignition key, which a lot don't have, gear indicator on your dash, and neutral light. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? The only thing, has a cable clutch, but so does the other one. Indicators, horn, has everything you need it to do. Apart from at the moment, I haven't got a, I don't have a mirror on it. Getting right gear sight. Plods along, and everything you need a sort of bike to do. In 6, keep forgetting. It's got the number on there, doesn't it? We've had a bit of rain in the last couple of days up here, as you can see. Getting a bit of rain on my face, I don't know why. It wasn't supposed to be raining this morning. So yeah, happily sits there at 40 mile an hour. Great for the back roads, to and from lanes. And the good thing about these GPXs, the big comfy seats. This is probably one of the comfiest dirt bike that you'll probably ever have. She's got some growl on her. Oh. Morning. I think she needs some bar risers, I think. Morning. Bit different to ride than me 300 2-stroke and me 500, as you can quite imagine. It's a completely different bike. Get down a couple of gears sight. Got a good bit of engine braking. Oh, and you stick it in neutral. Hey, how much do you want? Got a big seat there. Now that seat is the comfiest dirt bike seat that you'll ever have. I think on the new models, which have changed it quite considerably, same engine, done a couple of other tweaks around everywhere. They've gone back to the other seat, but these are still available if you buy one of the new ones, and I would recommend it of buying one, because they're so comfy. So this seat that this seat height that raises down, I'm on a rut here now. I've got bended knees. Let's just see. I'm flat. So that's less. So I'm a 32 inch, so it's the seat height is less than 32 inch, and that's with no sag on it. Once I get sag on it, I'm flat footed with a bent knee. So that's how low that you can lower these, which make them ideal for a lot of people out there. And for plodding about, on lanes, it'll just be ideal, really. I say 3,000 mile. We need to stall this in a second. Put it in second. Let it plod away. No racing. Yeah, it could do with some bar risers. A bit of heavy engine braking to get used to. Really, nothing serious. I think that's what somebody sort of complained about, wasn't it? A bit to do with morning. Dog that doesn't like motorbikes. Yeah, this bike needs some bar risers on for me. But then I put bar risers on me 300 as well. But when you want to when you want it to move, it will. You know, you want to plod away. But the advantage of it, it's only 110 kilo. It might be a little bit heavier than that, I don't know. But it's something like that. That's all it is, really. And yeah. Generating a bit of power. Oh, yeah. What sort of more would you want, really? A GPX 300 FSE EFI water cooled. See, very similar to other engines, isn't it? And look at all that adjustability. And apparently, these shocks. I was talking to a suspension guy down in Wales who does Harry Hillier's bike, and he says them back shocks are really, really good. They've got a little bit of high-speed rebound in them, and the valving is for the price of the bike are really good. So there. Let me show you this. That's a big hole, isn't it? So this is billet and slate quarry. We've been pulling slate out of here for quite some time. I think we've been here before. Apparently the slate that come out of here is on the roof of the House of Commons, I believe. So there you go. There's Dudden Estuary. So you can't really see. Oh well, yeah, you can, but you won't better see. Down there is the little green lane that we did on the beach a few weeks ago. Behind that wind turbine that's not moving. Right down there, you just see probably the yellow sand or the white sand, which came all the way across. Yeah, Dudden Valley. Going up towards the Lake District, you just can't see it from there. It'd be like Erzberg, wouldn't it? Be a fair spot, wouldn't it? I say the first time I've rode this sort of thing in anger. Couple of tweaks that I would do myself already. Once a set of bar eyes on it, it just seems a bit. I don't know. As though the bar, I don't know, because I have them on me 300, and that's the first thing that it just transformed the bike. Just be a bit better. Clutch and brake lever wants setting up a little bit. Gear shift is all right. Brake wants lifting up a bit because you can't really get that back brake. Suspension seems alright at the moment. I've not really ridden it hard. It's only done 500 miles, so things can, especially, you know, a bit of the engine. I've done an oil change on it. For the money, for second-hand other stuff, you can have one of these. This'll, if you're not on about going racing, you're not going on about, you know, hard enduro, everything like that. You can get the straps for the back for a bit of luggage on the back. Put her away at 45, 50 mile an hour on the road all day. It's got that Honda based engine in it, double overhead cam, 3,000 mile intervals, which is every year. Light as a feather compared to other things. For the starter off-roader, why not? You can pick this up. This is a 24 model. It's a 25 model. If they're available, you can pick these up for 4,000 quid. You know what I mean? What more would you want? Change the graphics on it. Do what you want with it. It's going to do everything you need. What more would you want for a bit of an off-road machine to do a few green lanes over a weekend? No chokes, no carburetors. So yeah, if you want it to go somewhere, you've got to give it a bit of a rev. But you have to do that with the other one. Oh, third sign, I wonder. Yes, we've had a bit of water today. Well, last couple of days. Yeah. Morecambe Bay. Dun estuary. Mill them over the end. There. Black Combe. Yeah. What more do you need? Anyway, see you in a bit. There you go, YouTubers. Could be your ideal bike, the GPX not TS, it's an FSE 300R. What sort of more could you sort of want? I don't know really. More to come on it. Save yourself some coin. Parts are cheap, everything's cheap, readily available, dead easy to maintain. Get yourself one. New 26 models are out, are due out end of September. Might have a few left, I don't know. They've revised a few things on it quite considerably. Same engine and everything, I believe. If you thought that video was alright, give it a big thumbs up, thank you very much. If you just stumbled across it because you're looking at a GPX, please consider subscribing, it is free. And if you're riding out there, don't forget, ride safe, be safe, keep safe. And as they say, see you soon.
Like and subscribe.